It's coffee time. Got milk? And yes, I'm actually in the bathtub right now. You know, I've come to the grand conclusion that push-up bras are like a bag of Doritos. When you open those bag of Doritos, it's half empty. I view the same logic with push-up bras. I've never understood why women must wear push-up bras, as yesterday was quite an interesting day, and it makes me wonder if people or women are so insecure about their body that they feel necessary to use a push-up bra and flaunt their breasts at every man that seems to walk by them. I've just never quite understood that logic. And yes, I'm using a different coffee cup because I drank the other full cup of coffee within 2 minutes of me filming that previous clip. Anyways, welcome to yet episode 3 of Coffee Time. Yesterday was a bit interesting. I don't understand why. Actually, no, it's not I don't understand why. So I was standing next to this young girl in the grocery store, and she was about 11 years old, and she had her own cell phone, which is, I think it's odd that younger people are getting cell phones. But she was talking about her ex-boyfriend. And she was complaining, this little 11-year-old girl was complaining that her ex-boyfriend dumped her. And I was just thinking, really? You're 11 years old and you have a boyfriend? And I guess her boyfriend was 10 years old. I couldn't help but kind of chuckle, smile, at the same time actually feel sorry that our generation is doing this relationship at that young of age. I literally wanted to grab this little girl by the shoulders, turn her around and say, "Sweetheart, you're 11 years old. Life is not very hard for you right now. Go back and finish your juicy fruit. Or juicy juice, excuse me, you know, the little juicy juice things that kids would drink." It just astounds me that kids 9, 10 are having cell phones and are in relationships already. And good Lord, I'm 20 years old and I've had one relationship. One. And these younger kids in high school are going through relationships every 5 minutes, and you see their Facebook status change to relationship to single every day or so. I could never do that. I could never go from one relationship to another relationship to another relationship. I'm someone who, when I go into a relationship, I invest quality time and effort into making that relationship. I'm a one-man, one-girl guy, and I'm not going to... if a relationship ends, it's going to take me a very long time to recover and get over that person from my past, which, thankfully, I have. But basically what I'm trying to say is it's just shocking that relationships are so frequent now in our younger generation. From every week it seems just to change. So I want to tell you about a story. I used to be a custodian. For those of you who don't know, my first job was at a church. I worked as a custodian, so I am now an ex-custodian. Custodian is one of the people who cleans up, washes stuff, cleans the bathrooms, takes care of the building, essentially. And I was the custodian. And I must say, the job wasn't bad, but for a first job, I needed money, so that's what I did. I was a custodian. And the interesting thing about being a custodian is you learn a lot of things about women, particularly in the restroom. Now, I was responsible for cleaning bathrooms, and all I have to say is that when it compares to a male bathroom and a female bathroom, Jiminy Crickets, holy cat turds, female bathrooms destroy male bathrooms. And when I say destroy, I mean utterly destroy. And the reason I'm getting more and more white is because the sun is coming out of my window, making me look even whiter than I am. I'm not this white, I promise you. Anyways, I remember walking into the female bathroom one day. Church was done, everybody was gone, no one was in the building. I opened the female bathroom, opened it, put the little door stop, got all my cleaning utensils, and got ready to clean. I walked to the first front stall of the female bathroom door, opened it, and I remember just standing there in pure amazement and completely disturbed. As I opened the door, it occurred to me that whatever happened in this stall was not normal. It occurred to me that this person must not have even sat down before they just let loose everywhere. I mean, bathroom stalls are small, don't get me wrong, but this stuff was up on the walls, and I'm sitting there with this little brush, a toilet plunger slash cleaner, and I'm like, they're not paying me enough for this. So then I put on my plastic gloves, I put on a little mask, and start cleaning. But I was just shocked at the amount of filth in female bathrooms compared to male bathrooms. And lesson learned, I never want to be a custodian again, because I can't understand how someone can get all that stuff up on walls and on the toilet seat, on the floor. I'm like, good lord, this is a volcano erupted in this little stall. This just grosses me out. That's one area of cleaning I hate, is bathrooms, because you always find and learn interesting things in male and female bathrooms. Another embarrassing story regarding female bathrooms. I promise you I'm not a pervert. I have no desire to go in female bathrooms, but when I was 10, I don't remember the occasion, but we were going, we got on a ferry. We parked our car on a ferry, and I was with a group of friends. I was about the age of 10, and I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad. So I ran up to the top of the deck, and I ran into the first bathroom. Little did I know, though, is that this first bathroom, excuse me, this first bathroom was a female bathroom. I did not know this. So I was sitting in the female stall, and I instantly noticed that the toilet just seems a bit different, but it wasn't that big of a deal. But then I look to my right side, and I see this little box on the right side of the stall, and I'm like, I've never seen this in a male stall before. I've never been in a bathroom, and I thought it was like a garbage can, which essentially it is. But I remember opening it up and going, ah! What is that? Is this like a death stall where people get murdered and then parts of their body get shoved into this little box on the side of the bathroom stall? If you don't know what the box is, then I suggest you get out more in the world and use public restrooms. But anyway, I was pretty scared by this little box on the side of the stall, and I opened it up and I was like, I thought it was dead people or dead body parts, literally. Anyway, I still didn't know I was in the female bathroom. So when I finished going to the bathroom, I opened the door, started to open the door, and then I saw a girl standing at the sink, and I'm like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. There's a girl in the bathroom. Now I thought to myself, why would a girl be in the bathroom? And then I thought to myself, oh my goodness, I'm in the female restroom. So I instantly closed the door because I didn't want to walk out and have a girl turn around, see me at 10 years old, and then brutally beat me with her 15-pound bowling ball size of a purse, which she could very well do. So I sat in the stall waiting for her to leave. So when she left, I started to open the door again, and then another girl walks in, and I'm like, oh my goodness, and I shut the door again. So I'm in this bathroom female stall for literally 10 minutes as this reoccurs 3 or 4 times, and by the last time, the door's still shut, I bent down to see if there was anybody on the side of the stalls, just looking at their feet, because I wanted to make sure there was no one beside me. And I opened the door, and I sprint, and thankfully, no one saw me. But I remember being very embarrassed. I remember walking out of the bathroom, female bathroom, and looking at the sign that says, "Women Only." And I just remember being 10 years old, very embarrassed about it, and I just remember being terrified that these bathroom stalls in the female restrooms were death stalls with dead people's body parts in these little side pockets in the restroom. I don't know why I'm telling you this, but I just thought I'd share an interesting story since I've actually never told anybody that about myself. Isn't it interesting the things you learn about me, the stories you hear about me? I have plenty of more stories, just like when my dog ripped off my pants in front of people, because I was playing tug-of-war with her, and dogs are colorblind, and I had a rag between my legs, and she grabbed it and instead grabbed my pants instead of my the rag that I was wrestling, and actually ripped off my shorts in front of a bunch of people. That was another highly embarrassing event that occurred in my life. But yeah, coffee. Thing that you'll have to learn about in coffee time is that I jump around quite often in my topics. Is anybody excited for the new Avengers movie? I'm pumped for it. In fact, I'm going to go see it midnight showing, and hopefully my costume will be done because I'm dressing up for May 4th for the Avengers. I'm going to be dressing up as Deadpool. If you don't know who that is, well, then I pity you. What else to talk about? Think. Oh, I wanted to thank everybody. In my previous coffee time, I gave you guys that channel that you should subscribe to the girl who is very good at singing. Thank you. We reached it. We reached 100 subscribers on her channel. Actually, it's 117, I believe. And I just want to thank you guys for subscribing to her. So I was in a conversation with someone the other day about gifts. And I actually just recently tweeted about this today. Giving gifts to girls. I've never been a fan of giving girls flowers, simply because flowers die, and then why would you give flowers to a girl when they die, and then she's like, well, my flowers are dead, so that's really romantic. I've always been somebody, if I give a gift to somebody, and I rarely give gifts to people, but if I give a gift to somebody, I always make sure that if I truly like them, and I don't want to say care or love, but if I like them a lot and I make them a gift, I always make it handmade. I don't just go out and buy a thing of roses and hand them and say, Happy Valentine's Day. I will go out the extra effort to make something creative like this. Now, I've made these before, and I haven't actually given this to anybody, but I've made these. It's the penny. I've actually made a couple with a cross in it, representing Jesus and stuff, but this is just a normal penny with a heart stamped through it. I think it's pretty cool, but it's little things like that. I like to make little handmade crafts and then give them to people. That's just me personally. I think they're a lot more meaningful than a thing of flowers that eventually rot and die. What else? Oh, another thing. This is a kind of a quote that I created, but I thought it was interesting. I'm trying to remember it off the top of my head. Oh, yes. This is a quote by me. So this is a quote that I created. Hopefully I can remember it correctly. I think I have it on my blog, but anyway. Learn the difference. No, women should learn the difference between a man who oh wow, I just forgot it again. Think, Daniel, think. Mind blank. See, this is why I like to edit my videos, because I'm forgetting things and I'm struggling to say something. Oh, learn the difference between a man who flatters you and a man who compliments you. Learn the difference between a man who spends money on you and a man who invests time into you. Learn the difference between a man who treats you as property, like ownership, versus a man who treats you properly in a relationship. Learn the difference between a man who lusts after you versus a man who loves you. That is a quote by me to women. I've actually created quite a few quotes. Some of them are on my Facebook, but I don't know. I was thinking about relationships and misconceptions that girls have about men, or that they don't really understand about men, and I see a lot of men who invest a lot of money into girls but don't really invest time into them, who treat them as property and don't treat them properly. And I hate men who treat women as simple, like, ownership, property stuff. I know people like that. I've had past friendships where I've known guys who do that, and I can't stand men who do that. I am so off topic in this video. I'm ending coffee time. Thanks for watching. Thanks for putting up with my random vlog of talking about whatever comes to my mind at the time of this video. So, I'm Daniel Sulzbach, also known as Mr. Repzion. Peace the rep out, and enjoy some coffee.